Okay, this morning we're going to make another second hand for the clock. The hand we have, let me get it here. The hand we have is a 32nd of an inch thick. Okay. So what I'm going to try to do is take a piece of brass down to 24 gauge, about 20 thousandths thick. What I want to do is make a hand that's lighter weight than this one, okay? I know this is very lightweight, hardly weighs anything. But for some reason, you know, the clock is looking for something lighter. So I'm going to try to take this piece of brass. It's a 32nd inch thick piece of brass. I'm going to try to take 10 or 12 thousandths off of it. So I've already started the process, and I've got it double taped down here to a sacrificial aluminum block, and we're gonna continue to decrease the size, and then we're going to use CNC to cut out the little hand. So we're going to use the 16th inch end mill to do that. So with that, I'll continue on here. We don't need this whole piece, so this outer edge here, I'm just going to leave relatively thick. We only need a little dinky portion of this other side of it over here. Go just underneath. I would like to make it 26 gauge, but I think that's getting a little bit too thin. I'm not sure I can do that. I'm down to about 21 thousandths now. I'm going to take another couple thousandths off of it. Running in velocity mode here, and we've got it set for about 6 inches per minute. Okay, I think that's gonna suffice. So I'm gonna shut things off and reset up to cut out the hand. And maybe what I'll do is bring the camera around to the other side when we do that, so you can see Mach 3. So with that, let me shut the camera off for a second, and we'll bring you back. Okay, here we go. We got the CNC set up, and I decided to leave the camera where it was. So that'll just have to be it. We're zeroed out in some little place in the middle of the workpiece there, and we're going to start Mach, and we got a 16th inch end mill in there running full out. So we're probably about 2,500 RPM, and we're going to keep the feed rate down to like 5. So we're not going to run fast. It's a sticky piece of brass and a little dinky tiny end mill. So let's keep our fingers crossed. I got air blowing on it, so hopefully the chips will clear. I'm going to drill a little hole in the middle where the screw goes. That's the first thing it does. I got the overall depth set for 25 thousandths. We might be going about 19, so we're probably going to grab a bunch of tape at the end. The depth should be pretty accurate. I ran the fly cutter across the sacrificial block before I started, so I'm guessing this will take about 5 minutes. have to cut is only 5,000. So it's going to have to make 5 passes. On the second pass. See if I can fool with the camera a little bit. Maybe I can get it zoomed in a little tighter. That's probably about the extent of the zoom. We're going to lose part of the view at that. This little brass hand will be, the color will be changed to black. I got a video on that. I use a product called Brass Black to do that, and it's some kind of a acidic process, but it will turn this black, and then we'll put a coat of clear lacquer on it, and that'll be permanent. It'll be a nice pretty black hand. Hopefully about half the weight of the other one. Our depth is already at 20,000, and we're actually through the part. So actually, I could shut the program off here because I do see the tape, and it is everywhere. So we're down to 25. We'll just let it pick up the tape. Shouldn't hurt anything. Looks like it did a beautiful job. Just shut the air off, shut the power off, raise the Z-axis. It's going to take a little doing to get that out of there. But that said, let me I'll shut the camera off for a few minutes and get a razor blade and see if I can get that little hand out of there. I'll bring you back. Okay, I was able to get under there with a very thin little knife, and so there's what I took off, right? So the tape is still attached. The little hand is so thin now that I might have to try to figure out some way to flatten it a little bit. It may have buckled, but I don't know. It's a little hard to tell at this point. But that really works well. That little hand is very, very thin. So I'll get it out of there, and I'll bring you back in a minute, and we'll see how thin it actually is. Because when you attach these things to the sacrificial block, even you put a big weight on top of it, it's not necessarily exactly perfect. So we may be thinner than we think, or we may be thicker than we think. We'll take a look in a few minutes. So let me shut this off, and I'll bring you back. Okay, I got that out of there. So there's the piece of brass that it came out of right there. Okay, and so the tape came off quite easily. It was just a simple little process. You can see the brass warped up a little bit, right? So the hand warped up, but that part's not a problem. That just springs right back very easily. So this process was 100% successful. There's the back side of the brass. We didn't do anything to that. This is the side we cut down, and you can see that. So here's a little hand, and actually I'm really happy because I wanted this hand to be half the way to the other one. So the other one was about 32 thousandths, right? Or a little over 33 thousandths. This is about 17. So we've got this thing down to 26 gauge almost. I think 16 thousandths is 26 gauge. So we've got it down. It's symmetrical from end to end. So we got a little hand that is really thin, and hopefully it works like gangbusters. So we're going to get that dyed black and lacquered and put on the clock. Now, hopefully that'll solve a little problem. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it.